buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's 1-car, 2-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance.
We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the 2-car garage/rehearsal space insurance. Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by IBEW Local 369.
And welcome to Glycod's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football, where tonight we take a little road trip across the mighty Ohio River to come to Holy Cross High School, where the Providence Pioneers venture across at 1-0 to take on the Holy Cross Cougars at 0-1. And we are hoping that you can start your Labor Day weekend off in grand style by joining us for this broadcast of high school football. I'm Dr. Todd Carter. Alongside me, Coach Jim Kazmarek, Christian Sanchez on our camera for this evening. And let's go ahead and bring Coach in. Come on over, Coach. We're fighting the sun here just a little bit, folks. But, you know, we're here, and we've got two teams coming in. Holy Cross 0-1, had a tough one last week. But Providence also a real tough battle, and it was a defensive struggle for the Pioneers last week. What are we expecting out of this ball game tonight, Coach?
Well, I expect the same type of game that we saw last week against Christian Academy of Knoxville. Both teams are good teams. Holy Cross is a very physical team. They've always been a physical team. Coach Dick teaches that physicality and puts that mentality on his team. Providence players always play with a chip on the shoulder. They're tough, hard-nosed kids, and I expect that type of game again tonight. I think both teams needed that type of game, especially Providence. Providence needed to have a real tough opponent to start out the season.
All right, well, we'll go back to the field view there, so I won't have to battle the sun quite as much, but we want to say thank you to some of our wonderful game day sponsors, and of those, first up, we have American Family Insurance bringing us our game day weather. Tonight's weather forecast brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Mark Stevens. For any of your insurance needs, contact Mark at 812-283-8600. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Well, our weather tonight is, well, I don't think there's any other way to say it. It's hot.
It's hot. 95. It was what I have right now is 95 degrees.
95 degrees, and Coach Kaz, I think we are expecting that we will have some breaks in the action early to first and second quarter for some water breaks. We're going to take advantage of that first water break and have Kaz's Corner early and talk about practicing and playing in the heat.
Great. Looking forward to it.
That's something, hopefully some good information for everyone out there. Well, let's step aside as we run through our pregame, and we will have coaches when we come back. First up, we will have Coach McDonald from the visiting Pioneers tonight on Glycod.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana. Looking for a great career while making a difference in a child's life? Head Start is hiring. Visit Cassie1.org to apply.
I'm with Coach Eric Dick, the head football coach of the Holy Cross Cougars. Coach is in his 5th year at Holy Cross and 8th year as a head coach. Is that correct? Yeah, thank you. I did my homework. Coach, first question is, how do you prepare your team for a game in the heat like tonight?
You know, we've been fortunate enough, all week we've been able to get out and practice some. So my kids have been acclimated to that all week. So, this is, hopefully we're being able to take that and just, put this out onto the field tonight, just knowing that, we've been heavy emphasis on making sure we hydrate and stuff all week. So just making sure we've done that. And, being able to have the practices and kind of get a feel for what it's going to be like, it definitely helped us for sure.
Coach, I looked at your roster. I looked at your starting lineup. You've got some really nice-looking offensive linemen. You want to talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, coming back from last year, we only returned one offensive lineman from last year's team, and Cooper Render, and he's our guy that kind of anchors everything for us up front. So, with him, Trevor Bealfield, Owen Hutchinson, Cordell Skillman, Jake Bryan, they all kind of help. They're trying to find their way, and early on, especially against a team like this, it's going to be tough for them to find their way. But our goal for them is just get better every week and just continue to improve them. With Cooper being the guy that kind of leads them, we're hoping that it only continues to get better for us as we go on.
You and I both know that one of the hardest positions to coach is the offensive line. What do you do to get them ready for a game like this?
I got the luxury of having probably one of the best offensive linemen coaches in Steve Cerati, and he does a lot of he grades the kids out. He's very in depth with those kids, so those kids know what they need to work on, know what they need to fix, and so every week we come in with a good game plan, and it's just all about execution after that. So, and that's what we've been preaching about. He said that he would take anybody from the neck down with our guys, but sometimes it's what happens from the neck up for us is what ends up killing us. So it's just going to be about going out and executing our game plan tonight. So.
And Coach Cerati is an old head at taking care of this. He's been in the coaching business for quite a few years. What did you learn about your team in last week's game against North Bullitt?
We got a lot of heart. Our kids were faced with something to where, if they wanted to, they could have laid down and quit. And we were down 20-0 at half. We chose the opposite and, to go and fight and do what we needed to do. It just, sometimes, with a young team, they like to feel their way into the water before they just jump head first in. And so, they wanted to feel around and see, are we good enough? And, we were more than good enough, but we just waited too long to kind of execute and do what we needed to do. So, I'm hoping, it's going to be patience has definitely been a thing for me, dealing with so many young guys. We got a program of right around 46, 47, and out of those 46, 47, we're dealing with about 30 to 31 freshmen and sophomores. So we are definitely very lower class heavy, and so with that comes, you're going to have a lot of mistakes and a lot of things that you got to, correct from, and so, every week we're just hoping to get better.
Well, you do have an outstanding running back in Jamari Pennebaker. I remember watching him play as a freshman against Providence. How has he progressed?
Jamari has really turned it on this season. Being a junior, the maturity process is what you want to see as they go throughout the years, and Jamari has definitely started to mature into a really good back, just holistically, not just out here on the field, but in the classroom and stuff as well. So, being able to see him take over and kind of, help his offensive lineman out, because he knows he's only as good as those guys in front of him, and so to see him grasp that and take that and, be able to move that to the next level for me, it makes him special. And so, we just want to keep getting better with him every week, and, he's, start turning in the right direction at the right time.
Coach, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter. For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
I'm
yourself
about to
out.
get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice. With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
It's time for Keys to the Game, and tonight's Keys to the Game presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. Northside Security. Well, let's welcome back in Coach Jim Kazmarek and Coach Kaz. What are we thinking first for the visiting Providence Pioneers' Keys to the Game?
Well, to me, the first key is they have to contain or at least slow down Jamari Pennebaker. He's the main cog in the Holy Cross offense, and we've seen him play now for 2 years, and he is an outstanding running back. He's got some good alignment in front of him this year, so Providence is going to have to work hard to contain him. They did a good job last week at containing the good Christian Academy running back. Eliminate the costly offside penalties. Last week, I'm going to say they had 8 offside penalties. Now,
yes.
Those are all errors of commission.
Enthusiasm?
Yeah, enthusiasm. There you go. Errors of enthusiasm because the young men who were offside were coming on blitzes and were anxious to get to the quarterback and just were a little bit too anxious. So they have to eliminate that, and I'm sure Coach worked on that all week long. And then they need to stay on the plus side of the takeaways. Last week they were +2. Last year they were +25, and they had a phenomenal plus takeaway figure. And they need to stay on the plus side of that.
All right, for the Holy Cross Cougars.
Well, first of all, with multiple players going both ways, and actually both teams have multiple players going both ways, they have to be able to handle the heat. The team that handles the heat the best probably is going to have the best chance to win tonight. So with multiple players going both ways, how do you handle the heat? Will Coach Dick be able to find a weakness, a chink, something in Providence's defense that he can take advantage of? We watched them last week in a game. We didn't get a chance to actually review the film, but I didn't see any real weakness in the defensive front. So Coach Dick's a good coach, and he's been at this a long time. And if someone can find a weakness in it, he's the guy. But that's going to be a key. And can they match Providence's speed? Providence impressed me. Last year they had a great deal of speed on their team. They impressed me that they still have that speed on this year's team. Can Holy Cross match up to the speed that Providence is going to throw at them?
All right, so those are your Northside Security keys to the game. Northside Security, where service and protection meet. Let's step aside. When we come back, we're going to have head coach Dan McDonald of the Providence Pioneers. Actually, before I do that, I do want to say tonight's broadcast is authorized by Holy Cross High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you so much for watching. Now we will step aside. Coach McDonald on the other side on Glycod.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can. You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
I'm with Coach Dan McDonald, the head coach of the Providence Pioneers. Dan's in his 5th year as the head coach. Coach, congratulations on your win last week, but that was last week. Let me ask you the first question. I always thought the week after the first game and the second game of the season were the most important times of the season. Agree or disagree?
I would agree with that because, you know, everybody looks forward to game one. Everybody circles game one on the calendar way back, you know, in June and July. But what really matters is how you respond after the hype of game one. We had a hard-fought game one win. We had to grind out a defensive struggle. Offense wasn't clicking on all cylinders like we normally, you know, have come to expect. So it's going to be a big test for us. How do we respond this week?
And well, I was going to ask you, what did you learn about your team last week?
We're a good football team. The offense is still a work in progress, but our guys are fighters. Our guys can grind out hard-fought W's. Our guys are physical, and we have a chance to be pretty good.
Coach, to me, a sign of a good team is a team that is flexible enough to do what's necessary to win, whether that's on offense or defense or the kicking game. How pleased with you the way your defense performed Friday night?
Defense played excellently. They only had 21 yards of rushing last I counted, and that was a good physical football team. You know, they weren't going to drive 5-6 hours to get rolled over, so we knew they were going to be tough. We knew they were going to be physical. Running back was good. We just did a really good job of pursuing the ball and hitting it when we got there.
Last question, Coach. I'll let you go back to work. What's a big expectation tonight? You're playing against a very well-coached football team in Holy Cross. They lost a lot of parts to their team last year, but they seem to be doing well. They played a tough game against a 3A or 4A class North Bullitt. What do you expect in tonight's game?
We know that Holy Cross is going to be physical. That's the brand that Eric has built. We know they're going to be tough. We know they're going to be aggressive. And like you said, we know they're going to be well coached, and they're going to do a really good job of watching film and adjusting. My defensive coordinator, Jeff Parika, and I were talking the other day, and we were actually talking to our team about it. We really like this game. Win, lose, or draw, this is always a good game for us because Eric and his staff always do a really good job of watching film, scouting us, and making adjustments and making us make adjustments. So the only time that this hasn't really been a close game was my second year. Other than that, we've played pretty close games. So it's just a really good game for us. And like I said, Eric and his staff do a fantastic job.
To me, it's a natural rivalry every year. This game should be on the schedule. Coach, thank you for your time. Good luck tonight.
American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt, but you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
From Glycod, it's Southern Indiana High School football. Presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville. A family tradition of excellence. And by Cassie Head Start. German American Bank. Northside Security. And Call's Body Shop. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Southern Indiana High School football. Presented by IBEW Local 369. Cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
And we are finally back in time for tonight's starting lineups. Had a little extra break there with both the national anthem and a tribute to Coach Thornton, one of the former coaches for Holy Cross who passed away here in the last year or so. So it's time for our starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They are outrageously dependable. So first up for Holy Cross on defense, they will go as follows. Jackson Ruccio, Peyton McVeigh, Dylan Terry, Cooper Render, who you heard Coach Dick talk about during the pregame. Aiden Deweese, Colton King, and Michael Wortham are the linebackers. Keith Hadley, Malachi Watkins, Jarek Hoover, and Braden Perry are the defensive backs. The home offense, Jackson Render, Cooper Render, Owen Hutchinson, Trevor Bielefeld, Jake Bryan are the front line, Jarek Hoover, the quarterback, Jackson Ruccio, and Jamari Pennebaker, the running backs, Malachi Watkins, Chris Rumbaugh, and Keith Hadley, the wide receivers. Now for the visiting Providence Pioneers, Griffin Tucker, Jorge Reyes Nino, Austin Chanley, Zach Medlock, and Lucas Allgood across the front line. Preston Kempf, the quarterback. Wide receiver Jacob Evans, the slot. Wyatt Small, Nick Stoner, the wing. Pete Lannon, the tight end. Cooper Ross, the running back. And Lucas Mock also will be rolling in there regularly. And then finally, last but not least, the Pioneer defense, Hudson Abel, Griffin Tucker, and Lucas Allgood across the front. The linebackers, Lincoln Kruer, Cooper Ross, Lucas Thomas, and Pete Lannon. And the defensive backs, Trevor Unruh at one cornerback, Noah Frossard at the other. The safeties being Lucas Mock and Wyatt Small. So there are your Interstate Batteries starting lineups. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They are outrageously dependable. Well, Coach, we're just about ready to go here as we await the coin toss. I see a hand on a shoulder of a Holy Cross player. I think that's just who's calling it. While we're watching that, we'll give you the game notes here. Again, the series record, Holy Cross 10, Providence 7. Last year, Providence won 47-10, and the Cougars' last win was just a couple years ago, 23-21.
Last second Hail Mary pass. Literally last second of the game.
All right, we had... All right, I believe the Pioneers won the toss and deferred.
So smart move on Coach McDonald's part to start with, because if you win the toss, you want that good defense to be on the field first.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, let's step aside for just a very, very brief break, and we'll be back with all the live action upcoming here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
So, as we return to Holy Cross High School, we're about set for football.
That was quite an introduction, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I know we had fireworks and we had smoke, and I mean, it is quite an introduction. I think that gets you juiced up before the game.
Absolutely. So, as we get set here, unfortunately, our score clock is the wonderful video scoreboard here at Holy Cross is showing pictures of players. It is not giving you the countdown, but we are in the first, about ready to start the first period here. And going to have some football for you very soon.
Very shortly.
Again, Jarek Hoover is the starting quarterback for the Cougars. Last week he was 8 for 14 for 57%, 96 yards, threw an interception, ran 10 times for 47 yards, and had 2 touchdowns.
And our kicker is Jackson Ravel, who last week had 2 kicks out of 3 in the end zone.
Sure did. 1 for 1 on extra points as well. And Colton King and Jamari Pennebaker are the two back for the Cougars to receive as Ravel gets set to kick it away. 12 minutes on the clock, and we are underway. Probably going to battle the sun a little bit here at first, folks, but it won't take long, and that's a touchback.
Another touchback.
Yep,
what a weapon.
Touchback.
What a high school weapon. Have a kicker who can put the ball in the end zone constantly. And really, look, they get the ball in the 20-yard line instead of a 30, 35-yard line. It's a big difference. Those 15 yards will be a big difference on the drive. So to me, here's a very interesting thing tonight.
All right.
Watch our Griffin Tucker against Cooper Render and Owen Hutchinson, the center and the left guard at Holy Cross. And if Tucker lines up on
right now
Cooper Render,
right now he's lining up right in the middle, that
on the
nose
center.
tackle spot. With Allgood to his left and Abel to his right. And that's Lannon on the edge. Handoff, Pennebaker, and a short gainer will bring up second down.
And Hutchinson and Cooper Renner double-teamed Griffin Tucker, and we look for them to do that a lot tonight. If you watched the film of the game or watched our game last week, you saw how dominant Griffin Tucker was on the defensive line.
So gain of 2, and we are really, truly underway here with high school football. I know a lot of the JCPS games were delayed until a little bit later on. An attempted pass out to the left. That's Chris Rumbaugh was the intended receiver, but fell harmlessly to the turf.
Yeah, Jarek Hoover is only a sophomore, starting only his second game. A nice pass like that is a good way to get some confidence in your quarterback. That's, start with some short passes that he can gain the confidence.
So it brings up third down, 3rd and 8 for Hoover and company in the shotgun. Looks to throw. Intercepted and going the other way, and that's Lincoln Kruer with it, and touchdown.
And the quarterback telegraphed that pass the entire time. It was like Lincoln Kruer actually was in their huddle and read the play before the play even started. He had backed off the line of scrimmage right into the passing lane.
So Lincoln Kruer with 11:09 on the clock hits pay dirt for the Pioneers.
And you can't, on those kind of passes, Todd, you can't stand there and look at that receiver. It's got to be, if you're going to throw that pass, you've got to throw it outside and quick. And what you really need to do is look, if you're going to go that way and you know you're going to go that way, you got to look the other way and then come back and throw that ball.
And the extra point is good. So with a timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout as well. Providence leads 7-0 over Holy Cross early here from Holy Cross High School on Glycod.
American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
We're back. Providence 7, Holy Cross nothing with 11:09 left in the first quarter. So an early pick 6 taken back the other way. Kruer finding pay dirt. And again, that's King and Pennebaker back for Holy Cross to receive this kick.
There he goes again.
Pennebaker, and ended up bringing it out of the end zone. See if he can turn the corner. Gets past the 20, out to about the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 25.
That was interesting, Todd, because I thought
it was over the goal line.
It was over the goal line, but apparently the player was over the goal line, but not the ball.
Yep. I think he caught it going in and then came back out.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Holy Cross can overcome that mistake and get a drive going here and put a little pressure on Providence.
So Jarek Hoover, that's his second INT of the year in as many games. Puts in the breadbasket of Pennebaker, and he has a short gain. I think they're going to say he's right back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain there.
And you know what happens when you got a double team a player like Griffin Tucker, that's going to free up somebody else. You know, you only have 5 linemen, and Providence has got 7 in the box, so there's going to be other players that are being freed up because of the need to double team Griffin Tucker.
3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near. Pitch and catch, and a short gain there.
Nice tackle by Trevor Unruh.
Sure was. That was Malachi Watkins on the catch and carry. Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. Should have been 3rd and 11 there, so we're now back to 3rd and 10.
Yep. So kind of Trevor Unruh's tackle reminded me a little bit of his brother's tackling the last couple of years.
Cousin.
Sorry. But there's got to be an Unruh.
Right.
You got to have an Unruh playing.
Chris Rumbaugh comes to the near side. Watkins over here as well. Hoover's looking this way. Pitch, catch to Watkins. Nice pitch and catch.
Yep,
it's
nice
going
play.
to be for a first down.
Yep, nice play. Nice blocking in the left side of the line. Jackson Render and Cooper Render kind of did a good job of protecting the quarterback on his rollout pass, and young man Jarek Hoover does a nice job. He did a nice job of getting his shoulders turned around, threw a nice little pass over one defender in front of the other.
So 1st and 10, and a first down there for the Cougars. Pitch and around the right side, upended. That was Michael Wortham, number 1.
And the tackle was that Wyatt Small on the tackle coming up out of his strong safety spot?
So it's going to be a loss of 1. So it's going to make it 2nd and 11.
Actually, I think that was Lucas Thomas on the tackle from his linebacker spot. So Providence's defensive front 7 players, again, very active. They move well.
So far in this 7-0 game, it's been all Providence defense.
That's a good block by number 2.
Sure was.
Nice block. Just didn't develop. Thank you.
And that was King on the carry.
That play looked like it was going to go somewhere.
It did.
It really did. That was a nice block by Malachi Watkins. Providence's defenders were all kind of pinned inside, and I thought, well, this is going to be a nice play. They're going to get another first down. But the unblocked players for Providence did a good job of rallying to the ball.
Making it 3rd and 10. Hoover puts a man in motion. That's King. Here comes pressure. Tucker couldn't get his man, and the ball thrown up and just falls harmlessly to the turf.
It was, and I got to tell you that number 15, Jaden Smith, kind of tipped it, and number 10, the good receiver, Keith Hanley, the ball was almost tipped back into his hands. That would have been a touchdown because Providence's players were both reacting to the first tipped ball.
So Andrew Alla headed back to punt the ball away on 4th and 10.
Yep.
Not a long kick, but takes a good Holy Cross bounce.
It did.
And we'll end up at about the 28 yard line, so it will be 1st and 10 from there. Let's take a brief break. We'll be back with just more football here in just a moment on Glycott.
Is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction.
As Providence heads out on offense, we're actually going to cut right back in here. It came out quickly, and we had a pitch there on that right side from Kempf, and that was Small, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Cooper Render on the tackle. Nice pursuit by the Holy Cross defense. Holy Cross playing a kind of a traditional 4 front, 3 linebacker defense. Cover 2, 2 deep, 2 hard corners.
So Kempf, again, looking left, and just couldn't find his man. Stoner was who he wanted to find out there, but ball harmlessly falls to the turf. Makes it 3rd down.
And big Austin Chanley still in at center.
Kempf ends up handing the ball off to Stoner. Stoner upended after a nice gain there. He will be short of the line to gain, though. It's going to bring up 4th down and, looks like about 2.
Providence is going to punt, but are they going to punt? You know, last week we thought they were going to punt, and they ran a fake punt right away. So let's see what if Coach Dick, I'm sure he saw it on the film.
Malachi Watkins and Colton King both head back for Holy Cross, but we will be ready for the punt.
Oh, he is going to punt. Boom.
And Stoner into
Colton
the hands
King.
of King at the 20.
Nice cut.
Yeah, about a 15, 16-yard gain there on the punt. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars.
Yeah, nice jump cut. He kind of put that foot in the ground and made a hard cut to his left, picked up another 5 yards.
Well, so the Cougar defense stands tall there, and no first downs for the Pioneers. And thus far, just like last week, we've got defenses playing well, but the offenses not quite matching up.
Well, it's still early in the season.
It is, right. Yep.
It takes a while for the offense to start clicking on all cylinders, and right now nobody has an 8-cylinder car anymore.
That's right.
Pennebaker
slips a tackle.
Anybody knows what we're talking about, but okay, if it's a 4-cylinder car right now, there's 3 cylinders working, and one of them is out of sync, and that's what's happening with both teams' offenses early in the season.
So 2nd and 9, Pennebaker with just a yard there. He slipped a tackle early and thought he might break that for a whole lot more. So Hoover has Jamari Pennebaker back there with him.
Yeah, they got to figure out ways to get the ball to Pennebaker.
Hoover tucks, decides to run, evades down the sideline, finally steps out of bounds. He's going to have a 1st down and more.
You know, last week against North Bullitt, Hoover had 47 yards rushing. He ran the ball 10 times for 47 yards. That was a nice run.
So another 1st down for the Cougars and have the ball near midfield. Hoover back in that shotgun position with Pennebaker to his right. Starts a man in motion. A little bit of a high snap, but immediately. Tux runs and a couple-yard gain there, getting it right to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, good block by Cooper Render on that one, too. Came up out of his guard position, had a nice solid block on the linebacker. I don't know if that was a design play or because it was kind of a high snap, and it looked like it threw off the timing a little bit.
He sure didn't look anywhere except to tuck the ball and take off.
Well, it's a 2-yard gain.
Some confusion in the Holy Cross backfield here.
Yeah, okay.
But now they're set.
Now they got him.
Quick pass. And met quickly. That was Keith Hadley.
And Noah Frossard was right there out of his cornerback spot. It's hard. Let me tell you, Todd, it is very difficult to be successful in those kind of passes against a hard corner. The cornerback is playing up so tight, and you're relying on an offensive lineman to get out there and make that block. And, a cornerback is going to be a little quicker than an offensive tackle. Look at how tight that corner is playing on that wide receiver. That's hard to. Ooh, he got him beat.
Hoover
he had him
has
beat.
a man.
Through
the
his hands
of Keith Hadley.
Oh, he had him beat.
Absolutely had a chance on that. We'll take another look at it.
Oof. Providence is awful lucky on that play.
As Noah Frossard was playing him closely, but he was still beat.
Right.
And so that brings up 4th down. And Ala steps back to his own 36-yard line to punt the ball away. Good snap. And nice boot this time. Fielded by Small at the 25. Goes left, runs into traffic. So about a 6-yard gain there for the Pioneers.
Surprising that Providence isn't trying to go for a punt block. They are running what's called punt safe. I don't know if they're trying to set up a wall or trying to set up a return of some sort. Now I think we're going to do the officials timeout and take our water break.
It is our water break time, so we're going to have about a 5-minute break here, we believe. Now, we won't take that. We're going to take a brief break, and then when we come back, we will actually go ahead and we're going to do Kaz's Corner rather than at halftime. We're going to do it now, and we're going to talk a little bit about playing in the heat. So come back for Kaz's Corner here on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Well, we thought there was going to be a 5-minute break, but we're not exactly sure because Providence is back out.
And Holy Cross is back out.
And Holy Cross is back out. So you just got a preview of Kaz's Corner, but we'll do that. Try to do that at halftime. If not, then we will certainly get it in here as the game rolls along. But that official timeout, let both teams have some water. Hopefully Christian Sanchez up top in the heat got a little water as well. And the Providence offense goes to work.
Bootleg play.
Kempf out from under center and thought better of that first hole and then going to end up losing a yard or so.
Yeah, there was Colton King was right there on the tackle, as was Aiden DeWeese. But Colton King really was in a great spot there.
So they're going to say that was a loss of a long yard there by Preston Kempf. Kim Fu was 7 for 11 last week, 64%, threw for 94 yards in the contest. Under center again. Handoff, an inside run.
Ooh.
Not much going there.
No, they're Jackson Ruscio and Peyton McVeigh, Dylan Terry, Cooper Render. That's front four for Holy Cross. Did a nice job there.
So Cooper Ross was the ball carrier. He had 7 carries, including a touchdown last week, only 26 yards. Gain of about 3, but that brings up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, took Dylan Terry out. Now Holy Cross only has 2 down linemen.
Interesting. Now they're changing things around a little bit there.
Put some small, quicker people in.
3 wideouts to the far side. That's the side that Kempf rolls to, and he tucks the ball.
Didn't make it.
Didn't make it is right, as it looked like Colton King came up and got a hold of him and rode him out of bounds.
Two big tackles by Colton King on that series, and Providence is going to punt again.
So it brings up 4th and about 5 with 1:41 left. And we'll send Nick Stoner back. He stands at the 24-yard line.
And Malachi Watkins is deep along with Colton King,
Kick is
another
up. Great punt. Dribbles down. Wow, that was fantastic by Stoner.
You know, last week when we picked our most valuable player of the game, we had an offensive line. We had an offensive defensive lineman in Griffin Tucker who had an outstanding game. But who was our second choice?
I think it was Nick Stoner.
Nick Stoner, because his punting just really kept the other team in the hole. Just like this, the ball's dead on the 1 yard line, or actually inside the 1 yard line.
So buried back deep with 1:10 to go is Holy Cross.
Well, dangerous spot right now. And, you don't have many plays. What I like to do in this is a short, quick passing game. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand and throw a quick pass. Yep, run. Well,
Hoover with a nice run there.
Yeah, if you can do
Great
that.
Job. Yeah.
You got 9 yards on that. Yeah, 8 yard. Nice. That was a good play. It's amazing right now that Holy Cross's offensive line is doing a really good job of neutralizing that really good Providence defensive line.
So 2nd and 2 here. A long 2, I guess we'd call it.
Yeah, Zach Medlock's getting a little time at defensive tackle. Oh, nice tackle again.
Nice tackle again. Hoover falls forward. He's going to be near the line to gain. Is that Mock that came up and made that tackle?
It's Mock or Unruh.
It's going to be 3rd and a little bit less than 1 to go for the
end of the quarter. That snuck up on us quickly.
It sure did. So at the end of 1, our score, Providence 7, Holy Cross nothing. Come on back. We'll have second quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
As we return to Holy Cross High School and second quarter action upcoming, Dr. Todd Carter, Coach Jim Kazmarek, and up top is Christian Sanchez on this Labor Day weekend Friday for you, where the Pioneers got an early pick six, just 51 seconds into the ball game, taking it back the other way and making it 7-0. And it's been lots of defense thus far, Coach.
Yep, and yeah, Lincoln Curl from his outside linebacker spot just zeroed in on that pass, and was easy catch and run and touchdown. But yeah, both defenses right now are playing an outstanding game. Both offenses are trying to figure out how to get that first down. And what do we have here? It's going to be third and 1.5.
Yeah, third and 1. Actually, it might even be a little less than 1, as the chain gangs just getting set. Providence is out there and they're ready. Now here comes Holy Cross. You get to get a good look at that scoreboard in that shot that Christian's given you. It's a cool video scoreboard. The only problem is sometimes when they play those videos, they take down the score clock that we are using and putting up on the screen. So that's why that may blink in and out from time to time. Folks here live and in person, though, have a great look at that video scoreboard. Hoover sets his man in motion. That's Rimbaugh. Hoover on the carry, gets through the first line. He's got the first down and a bit more. So 3 first downs for Holy Cross in this ball game, and they move the ball. And after that kick, I really thought Pioneers might pin their ears back and really be able to work Holy Cross over down in that coffin corner, but Holy Cross doing a nice job of getting some yardage.
Yeah, and the Holy Cross, that front center, the 2 guards are doing a really nice job of kind of controlling the Providence front 3. Oh, and there was an example there of Griffin Tucker.
Yep.
And how well he moves his feet. He stymied the block, disengaged from the block, kept his feet moving, slid back inside, and made the tackle. And that was an outstanding play by an outstanding player. And, I said Owen Hutchinson and Cooper Render and Trevor Bielefeld are doing a good job. That was an example there of Tucker Griffin just beating their blocks.
So Hoover with Pennebaker back there in the backfield with him. Looks to throw. Here comes some pressure. Rolls left. Now tucks. Evades a tackle. Has his eyes on the first down marker and has it.
Has it, yeah. Sure did.
Show you that replay, including most of that scramble.
Yeah, and Griffin Tucker was very disruptive on that play. He got into the quarterback's face, but the quarterback does a nice job. Jarek Hoover does a nice job evading and getting upfield and breaking into the open.
So 1st and 10 here in the opening couple of minutes of the second quarter. Pennebaker runs into a wall that time. It's not going to be any gain. And we'll bring up second down.
Yeah, Keaton Harkness, 6 foot, 170 200-pound sophomore came in from his outside linebacker spot to disrupt that play. Did a nice job reading the play.
Pennebaker checks to the sideline. Wortham, number 1, comes into the ball game. Michael Wortham.
Oops. I think Pennebaker might have drank too much water.
Oh, gotcha. A little too much on the break.
Yeah.
Throw out to Wortham. Wortham
Nice.
with a nice gainer.
Nice gain.
Stood up and good tackle by Frossard with a little help by Mock, but a nice gain there.
Yeah, Malachi Watkins and Chris Rumbaugh really, receivers nowadays realize that they're just not pass catchers, that they're very integral in the running game and blocking game, and both Watkins and Rumbaugh did a really nice job as blockers from their wide receiver position. And neither one are very big. Watkins is 5'6", 120-pound sophomore, and Rumbaugh 6 foot, 148-pound sophomore.
Handoff, Watkins to the 40-yard line. Not much else there, so it's going to be a gain of about 1. Make it 2nd and 9. As the sun begins to slip behind the trees.
Yeah, it makes it a little nicer, doesn't it?
Sure does. And the lights begin to take hold here a bit.
Oh, that's right. Pennebaker still
not quite feeling himself.
No, he's not.
Jackson Ruccio, fullback. Now man in motion, that's Watkins. Sweep to Watkins. Kruer had a hand on him, slowed him down enough that the rest of the team could come along.
Yeah.
Not much of a gain there.
Yeah.
Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it.
Lucas Thomas ended up cleaning up the play, but good pursuit by Providence's defense. And that's, I bet, something they drill every single day is getting people to rally to the football, to run to where the football is.
So it's going to be 3rd and 9. King comes into the ball game as Jarek Hoover had come to the sideline to talk over the play.
Yeah, let's see if Hoover can come up with a little more magic. He's been on all these 3rd down plays. He's been able to come up with something special.
Well, 5 first downs in the ball game thus far for Holy Cross. None, by my count, from the Pioneers. Hoover looking to throw. Finally tucks, runs, evades a man, evades another man, still going, and into Pioneer territory.
Yeah, he did. Lucas Thomas ended up corralling him, but he put a nice move, and I think it was Wyatt Small. I don't want to call somebody out, but he made a nice move on a Providence defensive back, and it just kind of a little shake and bake kind of move.
So Holy Cross has the ball in Pioneer territory. They started on their own 1 yard line. So
quite a drive.
Yes.
And they've eaten up
almost right at a 60-yard drive, about 59 yards thus far.
In 5 minutes of the second quarter. 4 wide, no backs.
Quick throw. That's caught. Rumbaugh. He brought down almost immediately. That was Pete Lannon there to clean that up.
Pete Lannon from his outside linebacker spot. That's a long, long pass to throw.
They're going to say that ball did make it back to the original line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Pennebaker's back in.
Jaden Smith also coming into the ball game.
I kind of like his Jarek Hoover. He does a nice job, doesn't he? Kind of evasive. He's not very intimidating looking, but he's 5'11", 155-pound sophomore. He's got good moves and good quickness and good decision-making.
Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. Hadley was the intended receiver. It falls harmlessly to the turf. Going to be up 3rd and 10.
A lot of times those skinny posts, quick slant ins, whatever term you want to use, are best thrown to the wide side of the field where the defenders aren't all gathered. And that time was it to the short side of the field, where you'll notice Providence ended up with 4 white-shirted defenders right around the football. All right, another third down. Let's see if Hoover can do another magic play here.
3 wideouts to the far side of the field, 1 to the near. That's Hadley on the near side. Hoover looks, throws to King right in the middle, and cleaned up. Nicely done.
See, isn't that amazing to throw that to the wide side of the field?
Just what Coach was talking about. And another first down. Great pitch and catch and first down.
Yep. This is
as Holy Cross on offense has certainly just they've had some magic on some third downs, but have moved the ball progressively right along.
Very, very kind of methodical about this. They get into third down situations and make the first down.
Hoover with the keeper. Thinking that was a design keeper because he tucked that away right away.
Yeah, Cooper Ross kind of blew that play up from his middle linebacker spot, and really Hoover didn't have anywhere to go.
Brings up 2nd and 8. But in
the old days, we would have called that an isolation play, where the fullback would have been the lead blocker. But with only one back in the backfield, the quarterback becomes the tailback, and the tailback becomes the fullback, the blocking back. It's interesting. And with all the wide receivers, it spreads the defense out. Here comes Cooper.
Here comes Cooper. And nope. Let's see, who was that?
That was Lucas Thomas. Yeah. Well, I was kind of waiting for Providence to bring some heat. And I don't think Holy Cross was expecting them to bring that heat. Because if they had expected that, they'd have had Hoover on a running rollout play, or possibly a screen pass.
So 3rd and 17 with 4:32. Now
this
that
would be a little,
slowed Holy Cross down a bit.
This would be a little more difficult to make this third down, but you never know. Let's see what happens.
There's behind the chains, and then there's behind the chains.
Yeah, and Providence is going to bring both their outside linebackers.
So Hoover rolls right. Here comes pressure. Lannon and Kruer. That's it.
That was Lannon and Kruer, both outside linebackers. Providence, the last 2 plays, you've seen a change in their philosophy. Let's get after it. We're not stopping them with our 3-man rush or a 4-man rush. Let's start bringing some heat. Bring some heat. So
4th and 26, and Allo will have to punt the ball away, but Holy Cross has managed to hold the ball the entirety of the second quarter to this point.
8.5 minutes. Well, the good news is Providence's offense has got a...
And Providence did not try to come after that again, and the ball's going to roll down.
To the 6-yard line.
To the 6-yard line, sure enough.
So... Now let's see if Providence can drive the field.
So Providence heads out on offense. And 3 minutes and 15 seconds to see if they can roll from one end to the other. We've got a timeout on the field, so we will take a brief break. Be back with more here on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
How is NIL impacting the landscape in high school athletics? Visit glycod.com for comments from Indiana and Kentucky commissioners Paul Neidig and Julian Tackett. That plus continuous scoring updates on glycod.com.
Are we live? We back on?
We're back on.
I heard something very troubling for me personally. Other people might feel differently about this.
Okay.
On the news this week, and this is in North Carolina, a high school player and his parents are suing the North Carolina High School Athletic Association because they've denied their son the right to get his high school nil money.
Okay. Well, I believe that's probably what those commissioners, maybe they even addressed that, and there you go. So glycod.com, folks, to check in on that. So 1st and 10 for the Pioneers, their first possession of this second quarter. And this is only their second offensive possession all night.
Is that right?
Yep. Two, I believe.
Two possessions.
I feel fairly strongly on that.
You really can't get your offense moving.
And there comes the first penalty flag of the evening.
And that's going to be holding.
So a gainer is going to be wiped out. That was Nick Stoner on the run. Let's wait to...
Nope. It's going to be on Holy Cross?
I think it's going to be on Holy Cross.
I don't know. You have a face mask? I haven't seen a signal.
The only signal I saw was the white hat pointing towards Holy Cross.
Yeah. Personal foul? Nope. Holding?
Holding against Providence.
Half the distance. Well, it's not a major penalty, but it does wipe out a pretty good run.
Yep.
That's the first penalty.
First penalty of the game.
Very cleanly played game.
So first down again.
Yeah, Cooper Ross back at the running back position.
About 1st and 14 now.
Look for him to dig it right into the line. Up.
Kempf on the keeper. Spins out.
Nice spin move.
Good spin move. Gets it out to about the 10-yard line. Going to make it 2nd and 6 or so.
Probably one of the most important things that the offense can do in this situation is protect the football. Don't put that ball on the ground.
Just what you said, but Kempf picks it up, and they're whistling the play dead.
Incomplete pass?
I think it could be. See if we can see something on the replay here. Well, the ball.
Penalty.
Penalty, yes. I didn't see the flag.
I didn't either.
So it's a 5-yard variety, although it will be half the distance to the goal, I believe. No, I guess it is 5 yard. Yep, takes it back to the 10-yard line or so.
Yep, back to the 5.
Oh, the 5.
Now we have a timeout.
Right.
Timeout, Providence.
So, timeout, Providence, and we will take a brief timeout as well. Stay tuned for more second quarter action upcoming here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
As we return, the teams coming back out. It's going to be second and about 12 or so here. So Kempf, that possible fumble ended up being wiped away there by the penalty. Although he had picked it up and was trying to make some hay with it, although a whistle had blown. Second and 12.
Nice counter play.
Ross with a nice gainer there out to about the 11-yard line.
It seems like every time they get to that 11-yard line, something happens.
Something happens,
and they're
right.
back to the 5-yard line. So Cooper Ross, the battering ram for Providence, they've got him in there at fullback now just to let's get something moving. Let's start moving the ball.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 as the clock winding down here, minute 40.
Ross is not in there at fullback now, so look for a pass play. Look for something. Yep. Quarterback draw. Oh, that didn't go anywhere.
Brought down.
Oh, 71. What a nice play by Dylan Terry. That was a quarterback draw, and Dylan Terry didn't get sucked in at all. And he just put a lick on Preston Kempf. See, again, weird, isn't it? They get to that 11-yard line, and
yep, and back they went.
Back they went again.
So we've got a timeout this time from Holy Cross.
They're gonna here's a time right now where Nick Stoner is going to be very valuable as a punter, because Holy Cross is going to get the ball back with 1:04, and if Nick doesn't get a good punt, Holy Cross will get really good field position. So this is where Nick Stoner is going to become a very valuable player. Yeah,
Absolutely.
very key. And he did this last week against Christian Academy of Knoxville.
Let's see who the return man is. It looks like it is going to be Malachi Watkins, sophomore.
Coach Dick, in my conversations with him, was very excited about the number of underclassmen he's got, freshmen and sophomores. Half of his squad are underclassmen. Ooh, he did it again.
Booming a kick there, fielded right at the 50-yard line, and then gobbled up at just shy of the 40.
That was Noah Frossard, and didn't catch the other number. Was it number 5?
Let's see if we can catch it on the replay.
Mason Wint, but I know Frossard was one that made the initial hit. And sometimes you're kidding around. We talk about out-kicking your coverage. Stoner is getting the ball away so deep that he's in danger of out-kicking his coverage. That time, Frossard did a nice job of getting downfield.
So Hoover and company take over short field here.
Yeah, good field position.
Tucks.
Get out of bounds.
Gets
Smart
out
play.
of bounds. Nice play there.
Smart play. Picked up 5 yards. You know what I liked about him? He stood in the pocket. He had his feet moving. He was looking right, looking left. Nothing there. Opening, take off and run. Don't force something. Don't try to do something silly.
Right. Well, certainly don't force the ball
Right.
into good coverage. Turn the ball over when you've got a chance here maybe to put some points on the board. Again, Providence had a pick 6, just 51 seconds gone in the first quarter is our only score. Oh, this time gobbled up.
Yep, Griffin Tucker.
And Hoover down and a bit shaken up. He may have landed on the ball.
Yeah, I think so.
We've got a timeout on the field as well. by Holy Cross. So Holy Cross takes a timeout. We will take this opportunity to step away and take a very brief break. We'll be back with more here on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
And watching him throw, he throws a nice pass.
Jarek Hoover, a bit slow to get up
Yeah.
as he is still on a knee.
There he goes.
So
Now he's up.
He's up, but
he's out.
shaking up a bit.
Yeah, we're going to take him off the
He'll
sideline
have to come
for a play.
off at least one play as he had his helmet off. And so he's going to have to step to the sideline. Well, he hadn't so far.
Well, he has to.
Yeah, believe so too. We believe that
unless-
Peyton McVeigh will be the.
No,
I guess
No.
not. Well, maybe it's because they called the timeout.
You're
Yep.
right. It was not an official's timeout. It was Holy Cross.
It was Holy Cross's timeout.
Right.
So it was smart coaching decision by Coach Dick there. Well played. Keeps his starting quarterback in the game. Although we should see how Hoover does react here after being shaken up there.
Need to get him on the run.
It's 3rd and 11.
They're not going to.
Looks
There
to
it is.
throw. Has
There it
King open. Hit after, but a first down.
And that's Wyatt Small made a nice tackle. That was a precision pass. He threw that right on the money. His deep square in, not an easy pass to throw, not an easy route to run.
And the Cougars
Cougar
trying
offense
to go quickly here.
Cougar offensive line did a nice job of blocking too. Come on.
Hoover looks. Now he
Nope.
tucked the ball, but in came the white jerseys. And final timeout taken by Holy Cross. We'll keep it here.
Okay. As a quarterback gets more seasoning and sophomore, by the end of the season, his sophomore year, gets into his junior year, the quarterbacks need to develop a clock in their head. And they have to be able to get the ball in their hand and mentally count 1,000, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippis, 3 Mississippis, and that's all the time I've got.
Yep.
I can't expect my linemen to hold them off for 4 and 5 Mississippis. So hey, well, that's the way I used to tell the kids.
No,
to
that's
count.
absolutely.
And so he's got to get back there. 1 Mississippi, I look left. 2 Mississippis, I look middle. 3 Mississippis, I look right. Now I got to run.
Previewing halftime, we will have tonight's scoreboard presented by Deering Floor Center. We will also, I had the chance earlier today to talk to Providence High School head volleyball coach Terry Perica, and we had a nice chat. So we'll have that at halftime. Hopefully we have the chance to have Kaz's Corner at halftime. Otherwise, we'll sneak it in somewhere, playing in the heat. Now on a 2nd and 13, Hoover has a man. Touchdown.
There you go. Nice little shoulder fake, little shake and bake with the shoulders, and the receiver's open.
So Holy Cross with the touchdown to Pennebaker from Hoover with 16 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
And who's our kicker for Holy Cross? Number 17. Number 17 is Luke Harris.
Yes, Luke Harris, 3 for 3 on extra points last week.
5'11", 150-pound sophomore. Never understood why you give height and weight for a kicker.
Now we've got a flag down. I don't see the flag, but they said there was a flag.
Illegal substitution for Providence.
That was declined.
Look for Providence to come in here and block this kick. I'm really surprised they haven't gone after punts.
And the kick is up. Kick is good. So we have a 7-all ball game with 16 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. And unless craziness ensues here on the kickoff, we're gonna have a tie ball game going into half.
Yeah, if I'm Holy Cross, I'm going to tell the kicker just to bounce it along on the ground. I don't want to really take a chance on a return. Providence, remember, they have some speed, so kick, bounce it around, a little squibby kick on the ground, and then kind of play a little bit of a move my safeties corners back a little bit and put a good 4-man rush on, maybe a 5-man rush.
So Ala will kick the ball away. I think he will. I thought I saw him headed out there. Unruh and Fassard back, I think they said. Yes, Trevor Unruh. And Fassard. Unruh's on the towards the near side of the camera.
Yeah.
Was that trying to get somebody offside?
Foster's deep, along with
I think it's Trevor Unruh back there.
Trevor Unruh and Frossard and somebody else.
Somebody else.
16.
Small, I think. 15, I think.
15,
back
wide
there,
small.
Yeah.
Oh, he kicked it deep.
To Small. Trying to set up a return. Makes a couple cuts. Finally brought down just over the 30-yard line. So 10
seconds
left on the clock here.
2 plays. See if we can get Preston Kempf here to do a little rollout pass. Get it up here to about the 50 and then let one rip into the end zone. Or take a knee and let the clock run out. But I don't think Providence is going to do that. That's not in Coach Mack's DNA, I don't think. He's going to be aggressive.
So Kempf back in the shotgun.
Here
Low
he comes
snap.
on a roll. See? Nice.
Gets rid of it and finds a man. But just to the 35, and that brings out up the half on Jacob Evans' catch there. But we are at halftime, so we will step aside, hear from some of our great sponsors, and when we come back, we'll have the halftime report here on Glycott.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to
out.
get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Priority Radiology, offering full-service outpatient imaging services from their clinic at 807 Northgate Boulevard in New Albany. To schedule an appointment, visit PriorityRadiology.com.
7-all tie here at Holy Cross High School. Halftime. The scoring goes very quickly and as follows. Providence scored with just 51 seconds, having ticked off the clock with a pick six by Lincoln Kruger, taking it to the house. Jackson Ravel kicks through the extra point, making it 7-0. And then a pass play with 16 seconds left for Holy Cross. Hoover to Pennebaker with Harris knocking through the extra point, making it 7-all. And briefly, Coach, just your thoughts on that first down, our first half.
Well, it was a very strange first half because we looked at the stats. Providence didn't have a first down.
No.
They ran 3 plays in the second quarter. They had very little offensive firepower today, and a lot of it has to do with, first of all, Holy Cross defense is really playing well, but secondly, Holy Cross is controlling the ball. They had one drive from the 1 yard line all the way into Providence territory, and then they had the punt the ball inside the 5, and then held Providence, and that ended up being their score on the next drive. But Providence really can't get anything going offensively because they can't get their offense on the field.
No.
So it's really hard for a coach to come up with an offensive scheme when he's only ran 3 plays. So they've got to kind of take control of the game in the second half. They really do need. So I'm thinking Coach Mack and Coach McDonald and the rest of the coaching staff is going to do some serious heart-to-heart talking to the players here at halftime to get them a little bit more motivated than they seem to be right now.
Absolutely. Well, and that was our look at first half scoring from German American Bank. German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Well, we're going to step aside and hear from some more wonderful Glycod sponsors. When we come back, you'll have a chance to hear from head volleyball coach of the Providence Pioneers, Terry Perica. I had a chance to talk with her earlier today, and we were wanting to highlight her on tonight's halftime show. Stay tuned. We'll have more upcoming here on Glycod.
Vaccines help fight infections. When your child gets vaccinated, their immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades their body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide your child with the best protection against serious diseases. The Clark County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, please visit clarkhealth.net. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
About to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today. Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Here at halftime between Providence and Holy Cross, and I am with head volleyball coach Terry Perica and at Providence High School. And Coach, I know 26 years here at Providence. There have been lots of successes, but especially over the last 10 years or so, things have really been on a big upward trend.
Yeah, you're right. We have had just a phenomenal run at, I would say probably starting in like 2003 is about when really we started to put it together. That's when we started seeing kids that were in the program that had been coming to all the camps, that were sitting on the bleachers watching all the games. And when those kids got here, and they just really did such a great job of just leading the culture and building the program to what we see it is today.
Well, and that includes success factoring up several times and moving from those smaller school classes all the way now to 4A. So just talk about the last couple of years and how that's been.
Well, we are typically a 2A school, and I actually think with the alignment for this year, we could have been maybe on the cusp of 1A. When we started at 2, we did have a back-to-back. I think one year we came in runner-up, and the second year we won, so that pushed us up to 3A. So we had a pretty successful stint in 3A, which pushed us to 4. And then the year after COVID in 2020, we were given a release because we did not win the sectional, and that slid us back down to 3A, and we were able to be very successful in 3A and get back-to-back state championships. So now we're back to 4.
So that's back-to-back state championships that you're coming off, and that almost transitions us perfectly into the next thought is players moving on to the collegiate level, but something about these back-to-back championships and the Mental Attitude Award, you're real proud of what has been accomplished here with that.
Yes, I'm so proud of that. We've had 7 state finals appearances, 5 of which have produced in championships. The other 2 were runner-up. But in all 7 of those appearances, Providence was awarded the mental attitude winner. And I just think that's phenomenal. That just speaks to the character of our kids and this program, and just the unbelievable education and requirement of service, and just how much pride we have at the school to develop that type of kid. I don't know that anybody in any sport can say that they have gotten the mental attitude every single time that they have been there. So I'm just really, really proud of that. As far as collegiate success, we have had just all kinds of kids playing collegiately. Right now we have 4 kids playing in college ball. One of our kids just graduated last year, Division I, and we have 3 in Division I this season. 4 in Division I this season. And there are a couple of them are seniors that are going to retire this year. After this is over, they're not going to stay and take their 5th year. But we also have some kids that are playing Division III ball. So we really just have the type of program that is very, very successful and breeds the kind of kid that wants to continue on and make volleyball, a career. And we've got kids that are doing some coaching, kids that are, playing at every level of college ball. And it just is just awesome to see them share their love in the sport with everybody along the way.
Well, and this is the 50th year of Providence volleyball, so we want to wrap up with that. So 50 years of Providence volleyball. You all have some special events coming up later on this season, so tell the folks about that.
We do. Last year was my very first time to ever host an alumni night. I'm not sure why it took me so long to do that, but it was such a big success, and we had over 75 former coaches and players and managers, just tons of parents that came out and celebrated our program. And so this season is the 50th year of Providence volleyball. So on September the 17th, when we play Floyd Central, which is already a big game, that's a sectional rival for us this year, and just a very big rival, across town, we will be celebrating 50 years of Providence volleyball and our tradition of excellence that we have had along the way, with tons of sectional championships, lots and lots of regional championships, and just over 100 and thousands of kids and parents that have been a part of this program along the way. So we really hope that have everybody pack the house and be here to celebrate as we just honor the awesome people that are a part of this program.
All right, mark your calendars and be here for that alumni night coming up later on this season. Thank you so much, Coach, for spending this time with us and enlightening the fans about Providence volleyball.
There's nothing that I like better to do than talk about Providence volleyball, that's for sure. So thanks.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
As halftime winds down, I want to remind you that tonight's scoreboard is presented by Deering Floor Center. Looking for new floors in southern Indiana? Contact Deering Floor Center at 812-487-1446. And now it's time for Kaz's Corner, where Coach Kaz is going to talk us through how to prepare for playing in the heat in this last couple minutes before the break. Coach?
Well, yeah, this is the kind of the heat protocols. 3 parts, Todd: the coach, trainer, the parents, and again the student athletes. The coach. There's a device called the wet bulb globe stress meter that measures the heat and the humidity, and basically it gives you a number reading of what you can do in practice. How many mandatory water breaks do you need throughout your practice? We used to have a sponge bucket with ice water in it and have the trainers go around and kind of sponge off the players a little bit. And we had water breaks during practice. There were mandatory water breaks. And then we also told the players that if you think you need to take a break, run over there, get you a big drink of water, and come back and rejoin the drill. So it's coach's responsibility to make sure that all 3 of those things happen. The parents need to get the players outside during the summer to get acclimated to the heat. They need to help the players get the correct diet, to eat foods that are high in electrolytes: bananas, sweet potatoes, yogurt, leafy greens. All those things are very important. The electrolyte balance is very important. And let me tell you, no sugar, no energy drinks, no caffeine, no tea, no Powerades, no Cokes. All those things are no-nos for the heat. The most important thing for the player to do, this is weird, he needs to monitor his urine, because that indicates whether or not he's under heat stress. If the urine is the color of my legal pad right here, that means they're not getting enough water. But on the other hand, if your urine is clear, you're drinking too much water, and that's a problem because you're flushing electrolytes out of your system, and you need those electrolytes to keep from getting the cramps. So players, check your urine levels. Parents, make sure they're getting the correct foods and drinks, and coaches, make sure they're getting water breaks. That was a quickie.
That was a quickie, but we got through it, and we are set to go here in the third quarter. Opening kickoff, and run back nicely by Providence, taking it all the way out near midfield, and who was that masked man? That was Noah Frosser.
Yep, number 10, Noah Frosser. Now, that is an indication right there. Providence is coming out in the second half ready to play. That was an important kickoff for Providence, a kickoff return. So let's see if they've kind of shrugged off a little bit of this lethargy that they had in the first half and shake this off and see if they can start moving the ball on offense.
Well, folks, I'm going to try to get that scoreboard to look a little better. Unfortunately, I'm going to wait till after the play here. Mock, gain of about 5 or so.
It's a play. That's a pass play that really is nothing more than a sweep, a toss sweep. Get the man in motion, throw the ball out to him. They got 2 wide receivers blocking down. And it's a nice 7-yard gain. So that's the best offensive performance Providence had since the first half. In the first half.
Well, unfortunately here, folks, might have to try to keep the clock here, which is tough, or shut it off, because now we can't see anything.
Ooh. That was to Unruh. But that pass was awful close to being intercepted. So 3rd and 3, and I believe if they don't make this, Coach McDonald will go for it. He's got to do something to energize his team. He's got to get his team excited about playing offense.
So 3rd and 3, 11:08 remaining here.
Jacob Evans wide. Counter boot. Run it.
Kempf with it. Makes a couple miss, and nice first down.
Yeah. You know, that's one of the things we always taught our quarterbacks on that bootleg play or waggle play, whatever they call it, is that the first option is always to run the ball. It's always easier for you to gain 10 yards on a run than it is to throw a pass. The pass is secondary, and we always had a short, a medium, and a deep receiver on that. But the quarterback's first option was always run. So, kind of looks like a whole new offense on the field, doesn't it?
It does now. And, folks, I'm going to try to work on that timer. May even have to keep it myself, as the video board, now that the sun has gone down, is not playing nice with our scoreboard camera. Kempf into the breadbasket of Mock. Mock with a nice gainer there of about 9 yards.
There's some good defensive play there by Holy Cross. Number 24, Peyton McVeigh, in defensive tackle spot, making the tackle. He's excited. He's got his arms up in the air. 3rd and short. Timeout. Timeout for something.
The officials timeout.
Clock. Oh, it's not a first down. Oh, I see what's Coach McDonald thinks that it should be a first down. It's not. Of course, we know that they don't measure anymore.
Nope.
I have to find out. I think next game I'm going to find out from one of the referees before the game why they don't measure anymore. Evans is wide left. Look for him to run to the right.
And there goes Kempf, headed for the goal line, stretches out.
Touchdown.
A touchdown.
Boy, he showed some
Providence.
speed on that. And I'm going to tell you, I wonder what Coach McDonald did at halftime, because this looks like a whole new motivated Providence offense, doesn't it? A little fake handoff and sucked all the Holy Cross defenders inside, and Preston Kempf scampers for 20-some yards.
Ravel, kick is up, and the kick is good.
Easy peasy.
So, just like that, it is 14-0 with the Pioneers on top of Holy Cross. Let's step aside. When we come back, we'll have more third quarter upcoming here on Glycod. I got to get our scoreboard back. So was that 23 yards, 21 yards? 27. Thank you.
27-yard run. But it was a nice fake. Good fake on the inside. Well, he does. But he didn't show any of that in the first half.
He didn't, you're right.
I mean, that was not a typical Providence first half.
As we are back, and I think I've got you a little bit of a scoreboard there. Unfortunately, the brightness of the video scoreboard really wreaking some havoc on our scoreboard camera there, folks, and I apologize for that.
Boy, that is bright, though, isn't it?
Yep.
There he is, end zone. Nope.
Just shy. Pennebaker fumbled it a moment, but picks it up.
Uh-oh.
Nice cutback. And then
he
slipped just a little bit.
Yep,
Falls across the 20-yard line. He might have had another 6-8 yards there at least.
Yeah, actually, I thought he was going to break that because his run to the right, and then he cut back. All the Providence defenders were over here on the right side. I think had he not slipped, he'd have really got a long gainer out of that. Okay, let's see if Jarek Hoover still has that magic that he had in the first half. Oh.
And how the Cougars respond after that march down the field.
There you go, Pennebaker.
Pennebaker, first down and more.
Just gashed the Providence defense.
And Providence takes a timeout, so we will, even though we just had some, we'll go ahead and take a timeout too. We'll be back with more here on Glycod.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or longtime patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
8:31 remaining, third period. Providence coming out with a quick score to begin the third period.
Looks like a little man-free coverage.
Hoover,
Pennebaker
handoff,
again.
Pennebaker around the right side. Nice gain for 6 yards or so, 5 to 6.
5-yard gain. Yeah, inside run, and he breaks it to the outside, gets the linebackers to commit to the inside, and good blocking on the right side of the line by Trevor Beelfield and Jake Braden. Big Jake, 6'2", 270 junior. Trevor Beelfield, 6'2", 255 junior.
Hoover, handoff, nice first down run there. That was Michael Wortham.
Yep, Michael Wortham, number 1.
Well, so far the trend, Coach, has been quick strikes from Providence and slow and steady wins the race by Holy Cross.
Yeah, you're right. It looks like the tortoise and the hare today, isn't it?
Seems to be that way. So Jarek Hoover calls for the ball, handoff. That's Wortham again.
Yeah, all good on the tackle.
A gap, gain of about 4.
And Pennebaker's back in. Providence has gone to a 3-man front and bringing their linebacker, so basically it's still a 4-man front, but Holy Cross did a nice job of picking up the blitz on that one.
Hoover and company.
Here he comes.
Looking, tucks, runs, makes a man miss.
Oh, holy cow, bodies flying around. And
see if we can show you that on the replay.
Yeah, Jarek, slow getting up, but he's getting up. I don't know who was that for Providence that flew over the top.
I hope I can see, but I'm not sure that I can. That was Crewer. Lincoln Crewer, who had that initial pick 6, or early pick 6, I guess I should say.
And Lincoln Crewer basically did a really nice thing, because had he not cleared that pile, he would have got a personal foul for piling on.
Hoover, handoff, Pennebaker, stutter steps, and Kruger right there.
Yeah. Can't stutter step, but that would have been a really good play for Holy Cross to have pulled that ball and attacked Kruger, because Kruger was committed to stop Pennebaker.
Makes it 4th and 4.
I'd still like to see Providence get after, see if they can come in and block a punt, because they're so good and so aggressive at that. But it looks to me like they're in punt safe again.
Andrew Alla. Small and Mock back deep for Providence. Alla gets it away. Small.
Did he call for a fair catch?
I called for a fair catch at the 5-yard line.
All right, well.
So 1st and 10 for the Pioneers. After a couple of first downs there, Holy Cross stalls out, and the Providence offense gets the ball back.
We used to do what was called the 10-yard rule for the punt return player, that he stood on the 10-yard line, and any punts that went over his head, he let go. Hopefully they would bounce into the end zone, and you'd get it on the 20 instead of the 5.
So Providence offense back on the field, looking to throw, and not able to connect with Jacob Evans. Preston Kempf aired that one out, but Evans just couldn't track it down.
Yeah, it's a nice defensive play, too. Number 2 had him very well covered. Malachi Watkins, he's only 5'6", 120-pound sophomore, and Jacob Evans, 6'1", 185 pounds. Obviously has a size difference, but Watkins does a nice job of covering him. I really thought Preston was going to go to the underneath receiver. Here comes sweep.
Handoff on the sweep.
Oh, nice tackle.
Nicely done there. Stoner, just a couple yard gain there. Going to bring out 3rd and about 8.
There's our man Malachi Watkins again coming up from his corner spot, making an outstanding tackle. Now, he has to come out because his helmet came off.
I thought maybe there was a Providence player down, but he's just tying his shoe.
Tying his shoe. That's all good, tying his shoe. So we're back to 3rd and 10, and it's, I'd like to see Preston Kempf come out to the right again on a little sprint or a little bootleg of some sort.
Kempf talking to Cooper Ross, who's in the backfield with him.
Cooper, there you go.
Oh, handoff to Cooper Ross.
Oh,
20, 30, and finally pushed out of bounds nearly the 40-yard line. I don't think our replay will get all of that from the beginning, but we'll see. Yep, we got it from just after the snap here. Big first down play for Providence.
Fumblerooski. Coach McDonald is digging deep into his playbook tonight.
Well, but a first down and a big gainer out towards midfield.
And the key to that play is for the player that gets the ball, in this case Cooper Ross. And the quarterback does a great job of running and throwing, but Cooper Ross has got to delay. He's got to count 1 or 2 Mississippis before he goes off and runs. He did a good job. Well-coached play.
He sold it very well.
He did.
Kempf on the rollout. Now cuts back. Traffic. Throws it down the field and couldn't connect.
But that's a smart play by Kempf, because he didn't take a sack. He threw the ball out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd down instead of being 2nd down and 15 or 2nd down and an interception or 1st down for Holy Cross. It's 2nd down and 10. Providence still got the ball. Number 62 is in the game now, and defense, that's Owen Hutchinson.
Kempf on the keeper. Nicely done. First down and more. Still going. And finally down at the 25.
I think he tripped.
Is there a flag on the play?
No, I don't think so, but I think he tripped. I don't think he was actually tackled. I think he just tripped. Preston Kempf now is showing his speed. He's really showing himself taking over this game for Providence. And this is kind of the offense that I think we expected to see.
Yes, much more than what we had seen. Yeah,
Malachi.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, Malachi. Excuse me. Mickey Wortham is down on the ground. He's got some cramps. He just took himself out of the game.
Kempf. Oh, that was a quick little handoff. Oh, ball on the turf.
Ball on the ground.
Stoner with it.
Providence. Somebody got it.
And I think Holy Cross says they've got it. Let's see if we can see that replay right from the get-go. We had two quick handoffs and then a fumble, and possession goes to Holy Cross.
Now, this is a nifty little play. It's here, toss it, you toss it, I got it, and you don't have it. And then, unfortunately, he didn't secure the ball. Cool play, though. Again, Coach McDonald reaching deep into that playbook.
Absolutely. Well, they got Holy Cross back deep, but the fumble stops that Providence drive.
Yeah,
so each team now with a turnover.
Yeah, that was a nice drive they got going, and a long drive. They ate up some more. They ate up some clock.
Into the hands of Pennebaker around that right side, and nicely defended there by Frossard.
Yeah, picked up a couple yards, though. He's got 6 yards. Pennebaker's a good player. He's got some good speed, good wheels. We saw him play for Holy Cross when he was a freshman at Providence, and he did an outstanding job then. He was a star player last year for Holy Cross, and he's going to kind of be their go-to man this year. But I like what the young quarterback Jarek Hoover's doing. Oops. He got stood up there pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
That was all good. And Lucas Thomas.
So good for 2, though. So 3rd and 1 here.
Big Austin is in the game. The center coming in is some beef. Bringing both outside linebackers again. And a middle linebacker. And nobody
blown up and ball on the turf.
Yeah,
and I believe Providence recovered.
Yep.
Big play there.
Lucas Thomas is having a heck of a game. That was he caused the fumble, recovered the fumble. He's had an interception for a touchdown.
Causing that fumble, and player still down for Holy Cross. We're going to look at that replay one more time.
He came clean. There wasn't anybody that even attempted to block him. Sneaking up, here he comes. Look,
comes right through and just blows that up. And we've got a timeout on the field for an injured player, so we are going to take this opportunity to step aside here in the 3rd period. We'll be back with more upcoming here on Glycod.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Is that you?
14-7 with 1:12 left. We still have a player down on the field. We're going to watch that replay one more time here.
Yeah.
As
Lucas Thomas comes unblocked.
Comes clean, bang, ball on the turf, rolls over on it and has it. And big play.
I think that's Pennebaker on the ground, and
we're going to take this brief opportunity to say, interested in a corporate partnership with Glycod on our high school athletics platform or have a programming idea? Drop us a note at info@glycod.com. That's GLICOD.com.
Yeah, that's Jamari Pennebaker, the good running back for Holy Cross, and all I can say is he looks like he's injured his left leg, and I can't see if it's a cramp. And it looks to me like they're working on it like it's a cramp.
Saw a lot of those last week, and they really began to hit in the third quarter.
So this is a key series for both teams. Score or hold them.
So right up the gut there for a nice gain down to the 5-yard line.
Cooper Ross, and look for Cooper Ross to carry it again, and then or this time Preston Kemp fake it to Cooper Ross and keep it around the end. Or give it to Cooper Ross. Yep, there he goes.
Fake around the end. Kemp, flag comes in, though.
This time we got a hold on Providence.
So this coach says this one's backing up, and I agree with him 100%. So we'll see. But believe that's going to be the first penalty of the half for the Pioneers, the third penalty overall.
Pretty much a penalty clean game.
Right. Holy Cross said no penalty flags thus far for Holy Cross that I have seen. Just 37 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
Both teams have moved the ball well. It's been a very good, well-played game for both teams. It's interesting how Providence came out in the second half, and coach has, like I say, dipped into his playbook a little bit and brought in a couple of trickerations.
So after the penalty, makes it 2nd and 13, and then we've got another whistle.
Yeah, motion on Providence.
Yep. Nope, this time offside. Encroachment, offsides, yep.
Yeah, well, there was a little motion in the Providence line too, but maybe it was a result of the offside.
So that 5-yard penalty, the first whistled against the Cougars. So we've played a clean game thus far. You can understand there, though, pinning ears back, trying to come after Providence. Right. Just being just ahead of the count that little bit. Kempf. The stretch out keeper, he's looking to throw, has a man caught, and a touchdown. Stoner with the touchdown grab.
Yep. Preston Kemp threw a nice pass there, and a little bit across his body, a little bit of a throwback that can that can kind of be dangerous. We got a penalty, touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct on Providence. It'll be on the kickoff.
Yes, that will be on the kickoff. Ravel, see if he can boot through the extra point. But Nick Stoner picking up that touchdown.
Well,
Now the
Ravel's
kick is up. Kick is good.
He is a good kicker. He's so easy. He's so methodical and easy when he kicks. I wish I could swing the golf club the way he hits. He looks effortless on his kicks.
Showing you that touchdown again.
Can you run it one more time?
I can run it
Let's
one
see,
more time.
Let's see. I'm going to just see if Preston threw across his body just a little bit. Yep.
He did, just a little bit. Had the man coming to him, though, which was good. And, of course, a lot of that was predicated. Most of that was predicated on this play, which was the turnover where Thomas walks up to the line, blows up Pennebaker.
Blows up the play. Pennebaker's still on the ground, by the way. So I don't think we'll see him. I'll be surprised if we see him anymore this half. He's up now. There you go. He's a football player. Shake it off, Jamari. Shake it off. Yeah, he's got a bad cramp in his
Kind
calf.
of acting like a cramp.
Yeah.
Yep, sure is.
Bad calf cramp.
So that
I got pickle juice.
Hadley, you do have pickle juice.
I got
King
my pickle
and
juice
Hadley
right there.
back to take the kickoff.
I brought it with me. Concession stands right down there. I bet they have packets of yellow mustard.
Yep, yellow mustard and pickle juice. A short kick, fielded on the hop, about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, got good field position.
Good field position, and nicely done by King. So Colton King, the sophomore, gets it to the Holy Cross 40. Got 20 ticks left on the clock here in the third period.
All right, Jarek Hoover, you got some work in front of you to get back into this ball game. It's not insurmountable, but you cannot afford another mistake.
Providence with both the scores in this half after going to the break at a 7-all tie. Wortham couldn't find anything there. In fact, lost maybe a yard or two. Gonna say two.
Lincoln Kruer on the tackle. Providence has become much more aggressive defensively in this half also. Offensively, they've kind of, like I say, they looked lethargic in the first half. They've really picked up the pace in the second half. I think that's a direct result of the coach and what happened at halftime. And their defense has become much more aggressive in their alignments and in their stunts. And they're just it's like a new team, two different teams. First half Providence, second half Providence.
All right, well, we're going to step aside. We'll be back. Fourth quarter action upcoming here on Glycod.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance.
As we've just been whistled to go back to live action, striped shirts all want to get home tonight.
There you go.
Nice pitch, catch, and first down. Hoover to Watkins.
Yeah, Malachi Watkins, again, 5'6", 120-pound sophomore, and good moves. He got open, and Jarek Hoover throws a nice pass to him. Providence was protecting deep, which is what they should do, and that underneath guy was wide open.
So first down and into Providence territory for the Cougars. Hoover looks, tucks, runs, and gets a nice little gainer there. Makes a business decision at about the 39-yard line, maybe 38 they're going to give him.
Yeah, Cooper Ross, I could tell you, he had meat in his eyes. I mean, he wanted to level that quarterback, and the quarterback was smart enough when he saw Cooper Ross to just step out of bounds, and Cooper Ross smart enough to pulled up, but you could tell he had if we've been down on the field, you could have seen the look in his eye. He had a target.
A bone in his teeth.
Yeah.
Well, but it was enough for a first down. They're going to say that Hoover knew exactly right where he needed to go. There's no measurement, of course, but he stepped out of bounds close enough. That's Wortham in the backfield with Hoover. Looks right, steps up, holds on to it across the 30, 20, and again steps out of bounds inside the 20-yard line, about the 17. Another first down.
Yeah, and
fifth of the half.
The Holy Cross offensive line is still double teaming Griffin Tucker, and that's going to free up a Providence linebacker. If they want to bring a linebacker, Providence is still. I mean, Holy Cross is still double teaming Cooper Ross. So, bring a linebacker to fill that gap. The result's going to be what happened on the fumble a couple plays ago.
Now, something interesting, folks. Keep an eye on number 8. Pennebaker just checked back in. He still looks a little gamey on that leg, but he's going to give it a go. Standing next to Hoover. That's King in motion. Hoover on the keeper. Outruns the Providence defense. Gets to the sideline inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you won't see Trevor Unruh miss many tackles, but Jarek Hoover is shifty. He's a shifty runner. 5'11", 155 pounds. Remember last week he had 96 yards.
Yes.
I'll take that back. He had 47 yards rushing, and he's well past that tonight.
So second and about 2 here. And the Holy Cross Cougars trying to get a first down and then maybe take some cracks at the end zone. Pennebaker, nice cut back. He'll have the first down.
And Holy Cross scores here. They're going to be right back in the ball game.
And we've got another
helmet off.
Official timeout, I believe.
We have a helmet off.
Yeah.
Oh. It's Pennebaker. I think his cramp has got his back.
Yep. So first down, but then cramp set in again. So we'll take this opportunity to take a brief fourth quarter break. Back with more here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Well, I can talk about that for a minute.
All right, absolutely. Well, we're going to bring back some of Kaz's corner here and let him. I won't put the graphic up, but he can talk about playing in the heat. So, Coach.
Well, and you know what, I tell you, I'm very familiar with this because when I was a senior in college, and I don't want to belittle this, but I suffered a very, very severe heat stroke and was hospitalized overnight for a heat stroke. So I'm cognizant of this, and when I was coaching, I was extremely cognizant of the heat. But what I was doing when I was doing some research on this for Kaz's Corner, when your electrolytes get messed up, and that's what happens. The electrolytes are you're not getting enough electrolytes in your system, and it's your nerve endings start sending bad messages because they don't have the juice, they don't have the proper nutrition, and that's what's causing the cramps. And it all has to do with the proper amount of electrolytes in your system. And because I still suffer from cramps, I take a supplement. I take a magnesium supplement, 250 milligrams, and I also have a sugar-free electrolyte drink that I mix with water, and I drink that every single day, and I have 2 of them that I when I play golf. So it's really helped my cramps.
Hoover looks to the end zone, tucks it, and finally ridden out of bounds at about the 5.
So I think one of the most important things that the players can do, and this goes not just the day of the game, but during the week, is to find an electrolyte drink, sugar-free, not a power drink, not an energy drink, and start taking that electrolyte drink during the week, even if it's just a 12-ounce bottle of water. Mix that electrolyte drink with that. I think you'll see it'll affect the reduction in cramps.
Hoover.
Oh, Hoover, you went the wrong way.
Falls forward. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and looks like it's going to be about 4 or so.
Jarek, that blocking back in front of you is there for a purpose. You need to follow him.
So 3rd and goal from about 3. And
Providence defense is really stiffened up on this last couple plays. See if they send the linebackers. Come on. Send the linebacker. Nope.
Hoover looks, so could not find Hadley there. Just overthrew him.
And I tell you, Gabriel, I'm going to mess up his name again like I always do. Benamudez. Is that good?
Yes.
Did a really nice job of interfering with the quarterback's vision in his coverage because the receiver was going to come open, and Gabriel did a really nice job in dropping off into the coverage.
So we're 4th and goal here from about 3 yards out. Hoover tries to throw, and touchdown!
My. What a catch! What a throw! Wow, Providence couldn't have covered it any better than they did, and they put a nice little rush on the quarterback. Wow, what a fantastic catch! Number 3, Chris Rumbaugh. Chris Rumbaugh with a 5-yard touchdown catch.
So Holy Cross scores with 9:11 left in the 4th.
Back in the game.
We'll show you that again here in a moment. After Harris puts the ball up. And was it good? It was good, wasn't it?
It was good, but he's got a cramp.
Yep.
The kicker's down.
Sure does. So we are going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have more 4th quarter upcoming here on Glycod.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
As we return, 9:11 left in the 4th. Let's see if we can watch that touchdown play again.
I love our replays.
We're rolling. has a man. Rumbaugh came back for it, but caught it in the end zone, and so touchdown.
That's a great example of what we talked about last week is when the quarterback is running, you got to come back to help your quarterback.
That was not Harris that was down. That was actually the quarterback, Jarek Hoover.
Oh, he was the holder.
Who was the holder on the play. I wasn't certain, but I thought that might be the case. But that's actually Jarek Hoover who was down. So he's coming off. But now the offense is unless the defense can get a takeaway and a score off that, the offense is going to have to come to work. He's moving slow, but he is moving under his own power, and looks like he's doing all right there. Is Mr. Hoover.
Last time I looked, they were still working on Pennebaker's legs down on the other side, outside the end zone.
So this is actually Joey Burke to kick this ball away this time. 81. Puts the foot to it.
En route.
Caught by en route just inside the 20-yard line. And nice 18 or so yard gainer there to about the 38.
So Providence starts this series with some good field position. Again, another serious turning point in this game. Providence moving the ball, or can Holy Cross stop them? This has been a great, isn't it been a fun game?
It's been a nice game.
Forth.
Yeah, good one.
Teams playing hard, well coached.
So Providence, 9:05 on the clock here, really needs. I only have them with 2 first downs for the game, because it's like they get a first down and then they score, or it's a defensive score. Kempf fake to Stoner on the keeper, fumble. Ball on the turf, and it might be in the hands of Holy Cross.
Oh, we don't know.
Don't know yet.
Nope, Providence.
Oh,
big center. He saved the game.
Saved it. Yep.
He probably just saved the game. Austin Chanley, 6'3", 290-pounder, may have just saved the game for Providence. Heads up play by Austin.
Gonna make it 2nd down and 3. Boy, that ball, when it popped out, it didn't pop out. It popped up.
Yep. So Pennebaker, by the way, is back on the Holy Cross bench getting worked on.
Handoff. Ross just bangs.
Banging people.
Yep.
You need 3 yards, give it to Cooper. Oh, we got a flag. That came all the way from the back, Judge.
I think there was some extracurricular activity going late there. While they sort that out, let's show you that Cooper Ross run. That would have been a first down.
Okay. Personal foul.
Personal foul against Holy Cross.
Well, Holy Cross didn't need that.
Sure didn't. So first down with a whole lot extra tacked on.
Yeah.
That's going to give the Pioneers fantastic field position.
Yeah. So can we play that back and see if we can, what happened there?
Yeah, we can try.
Cooper Ross is a battering ram, so you need 3 yards. Give him the ball.
And then I know there was something going on the back side over here.
Yeah, there it is. Yep. Wide receiver, defensive back, start pushing and shoving, and somebody didn't know when to stop.
It's play through the whistle, but once the whistle's over, you gotta
stop.
Gotta stop. Stoner on the sweep.
Oh,
puts his speed to work, but dancing along the sideline. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds inside about the 15-yard line or so.
Yeah, Malachi Watkins, the corner for Holy Cross, came upfield like he's supposed to, but he came up too deep. And when he came up so deep, it created an automatic seam for the running back to run through. You got to come up, but you got to come up and close. You can't keep coming upfield.
So another first down for the Pioneers. Little read option. Kempf off to the races, sees the goal line. Touchdown.
Yeah, that's a nice play, and Preston Kempf has kind of come alive in this game now, the second half, hasn't he? This is what I've kind of expected from him in the first game, and he has come alive.
So Preston Kempf with the rushing touchdown. And Ravel will see if he can knock it through. Nathan Went with the hold, and the kick is up. Kick is good. And so Providence 28 and Holy Cross 14. Let's step aside. We'll have more upcoming here on Glycod.
Looking for family fun in Southern Indiana? Then look no further than Strike and Spare, your go-to spot for a great time at prices that won't break your budget. With regular and kid-friendly bumper bowling lanes, everyone can join in on the action. And don't miss out on Cosmic Bowling, the cool way to bowl with that nighttime feel. Strike up the fun at Strike and Spare in Clarksville at 511 Little League Boulevard. And visit strikeandspare.com/Clarksville for more information on hosting birthdays and corporate parties.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Providence 28, Holy Cross 14, 7:49 left in the ball game. Dr. Todd Carter, Coach Jim Kazmarek on the call with you. Christian Sanchez working our camera for us this evening here at Holy Cross High School on Dixie Highway.
So that series there, we talked about how important that was for both teams. Providence to score, Holy Cross to keep them from scoring. And Providence was the one that stepped up and scored and really is kind of is controlling the game. So Holy Cross, this series is going to be really important for them.
King with a nice run back out to the 30-yard line, maybe even a yard further. Now I'm interested to see what Hoover looks like here, because he was down for a bit.
Yeah. Well, Pennybaker's going back in. That's interesting. And
well, we may not have a Hoover. Let's see. I don't see him.
I don't either. Yeah, here he comes.
Here he comes. Yes, he was just
talking to Coach Dick.
Yep, getting some instructions. So Pennebaker is in the backfield. Two wideouts left, two right. Hoover looking to throw. Steps up. Flag comes in. And caught. I think that's going to come back.
Yeah, it is. But if you notice one thing, you see 4 white shirts on that tackle. 10, 11, 15, and 18, all right there on that tackle. Great pursuit on Providence's defense, which is one of the things they do very, very well. Probably holding penalty on Holy Cross. And we got more cramps.
So holding Holy Cross, just their second penalty of the ball game. Going to back it up 10 yards. And going to make it 1st and 20. We've got an official's timeout. And I guess that gives me an opportunity to say again, interested in a corporate partnership with Glycod on our high school athletics platform or have a programming idea, drop us a note at info@glycod.com. That's GLICOD.com. So it's going to be 1st and 20 with 7:30 remaining here in the half. Actually, this also, now that I think about it, while we're doing this as well, also gives us the opportunity to show you this, and that's our schedule for next week. Our Southern Indiana game of the week will be Floyd Central versus Silver Creek. We also will have on Glycod at 7 o'clock, St. X versus Mail. And then at 7:30, Atherton versus Woodford County, Ludlow versus Sayre, Tates Creek versus North Oldham, and Ballard versus PRP. On Glycod next week, full slate, 6 ball games. And again, our game will be that Floyd Central v. Silver Creek tilt from Silver Creek High School.
Working?
Yes.
All right. Looking forward to it. We get to see Silver Creek and Floyd Central. Do we have an update on the Silver Creek score?
I have not seen an update, but those should be forthcoming here shortly from Steve Bird.
Still don't know. Still working on the cramps.
Yep. Give it just a moment here. I know it's one of those things. I keep thinking, as soon as I throw it to commercial, they'll come back out. Here they come.
And I think it was Jarek Hoover with the cramps because he is gingerly, stiff-leggedly walking off the field right now with his helmet off. So
who does that put in charge
that's our
of the offense? Peyton McVeigh.
That's our defensive tackle / quarterback.
190-pound senior.
Second and 25. Tough spot to be put in. Well.
But Pennebaker
just threw a 15-yard pass.
Yeah. Well, it's about a 11 or 12-yard gain, we'll say.
Well, we'll give him a quick. Come on, he's a defensive tackle playing quarterback. Give him a break.
Well, I see it as 2nd and 8. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're right. All right, so let's see what you can do, Mr. McVeigh.
So McVeigh in the shotgun, keeps it himself, but he did run into a little bit of a wall there.
That's called the Cooper Ross wall.
It was.
McVeigh's a pretty good-sized young man.
He is.
But I don't know if I'd want to run against Cooper Ross.
Five 5'10", 190-pound senior is Peyton McVeigh.
So 3rd and 5. If he can gain a couple yards, we'll go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, almost have to at this point in the game. 6:04 left on the clock.
Yeah, get down and score and then onside kick. I've already planned all this for him.
Okay. But did you let anybody know?
No,
just our listeners,
just our listeners.
Watchers, viewers.
Viewers.
McVeigh looks to throw.
Oh, he's got him open.
Got a man. Picked off. And going back the other way.
Trevor Unruh. Nice interception.
Still going.
Oh, he had him open.
Down.
He had him open. And Trevor Unruh, we play that back. Trevor Unruh was beat, but he closed. His speed allowed him to close
right
on
in
that
front
ball.
of it. We got it just before the ball came down, so another turnover. We'll see if we can show you again one more time.
I want to see Trevor Unruh close on that.
Well, yeah, we don't pick it up till the ball's in the air.
There he is. Yeah, see how he closes though. The last 2 or 3 yards, he closed and intercepted the ball. Great interception.
Well thrown ball.
Yes, it was.
But Unruh just stepped in front and took it away.
Yep.
So a turnover, and now Providence
is in
needs
control.
to grind some clock here.
Just grind it out now. Cooper Ross becomes keep giving it to feed the big boy.
Wow, that was actually who was that? That was actually Lincoln Kruer with that carry.
Cooper just came in the game. Come on. The big dog is off the porch. Give him the ball. That would be, if I was coaching Cooper Ross, I think I'd Big Dog. I'd call him Big Dog. That'd be his nickname.
We'll make sure.
Boom.
There goes Big Dog.
Yeah.
Oh, a spin move. And inside the 30 for the first down.
He's a beast, I tell you. .5'10", 215 pounds. I think he's a 3-year starter for Providence. You know, he started at linebacker his sophomore, junior year. He played some running back last year. But Providence was so loaded in the running back position.
Yeah, with so much speed,
he
too.
really didn't get much playing time except in very short yardage situations. So now he's getting more and more playing time as a running back because he's such a strong runner.
Sort of that prototypical downhill, just high school fullback sort of runner.
Downhill, straight ahead, boom, boom.
Now, this is Kruer. He ran into a wall, tried to recover, but no going.
And the lead tackler in that was our defensive tackle / quarterback, Peyton McVeigh. And Aiden DeWeese on the tackle also. Just keep eating the clock, Providence. You don't need points. You just eat the clock. Protect the ball. Lincoln Kruer.
And that was Stoner. Ended up with the ball, but went backwards and not much there.
Aiden DeWeese on the tackle. Aiden DeWeese is a 3-year starter for Holy Cross. He had 13 tackles, 4.5 solo tackles in the game last week. And I remember watching him play when he was a sophomore. He and Jackson Ruscio, Cooper Render, they were all 3-year players.
All right, we've got a timeout on the field by Holy Cross. So let's jump aside, take a quick break. We'll be back with more here on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
As we are back here, got about a 3rd and 18 for the Pioneers.
Just be conservative. You're not going to go for it.
Kempf.
Throw it deep.
Throws it deep. Oh, is the ball caught? The ball is not caught. See if we can show you that replay.
That was Jacob Evans.
Yep, Evans on the attempt.
And we got another cramp. The defensive back who did a really nice job of covering
Pretty
him.
ball. Good.
Wasn't it? That was a nice rainbow pass. It was right on the money.
I'll tell you what. That was, I think he may have landed out of bounds because I want to watch that one more time here, Coach.
We also have a penalty on Holy Cross.
Oh, we do? Okay,
yeah.
I see that now.
I think roughing a passer.
Ooh, that would be a biggie.
Yeah, it's 15, but it's still going to be 4th and... See who that defensive back was. That was a really nice play. Braden, I can't see the number. Can you see the number of the player walking by?
No.
On the outside the end zone there. Keith Hanley.
Could be Keith Hanley. Yeah,
it's a cornerback. 5'10".
No, yeah, I can't tell. It might be
Keith Hanley. He did a nice job of covering.
Yep.
Covering
Hadley.
Jacob Evans.
Yep. And
boom. Boom. Keep feeding the big dog, baby.
Yep. And I'm sorry I said I did not have the down right on that. That was first down because of
they did get first down
because
on
of the penalty.
Right.
Yep. And flag comes in.
Well, there's a penalty over here on the.
So it was a good gainer, but that was after the flag. There's a flag lying at about the 22-yard line.
Well.
Which is right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you,
and it appears to be against the Pioneers.
Yeah, well, and there could have been a penalty down here in the end zone also that the referee, for some reason or other, ignored.
So second penalty on the Pioneers, 10-yard variety. We'll back them up again. So it's going to be second 17. Not 107, Todd. 17. There we go. A little punchy late.
Second and 107. We've been playing in on the track.
Yeah, that's right. So the Pioneers here really just trying to work clock. Get some first downs. Cooper Ross again here on the carry. I believe that's DeWeese riding him down.
Yeah,
Big Aiden DeWeese.
Yep.
Going to make it third and about 18.
Yeah, just eat the clock. You're going to get a delay of game penalty here, but it really doesn't matter.
No, I almost think
5,
they might.
4.
They might almost
3,
want to back up
2,
to give Stoner
1.
more room.
Yeah.
Is maybe a part of the thought process here.
Yeah, there's the flag.
There comes the flag.
Is that fourth? No, it's still third down, though. All right, 1 minute. Okay, we got two backs in the backfield.
Ball on the turf, and falling on it was Providence.
Feed the big dog. Don't try anything like that. Just feed the big dog. Let Cooper Ross run it up the middle, get 5 or 6 yards. He's gonna put both hands on the ball. You know, I can picture him carrying the ball when he's hitting people. Boom, pop, bam, boom. Is it fourth down now?
Yep.
Fourth down.
And I didn't see, well,
48 seconds left.
I didn't see who called the timeout. That
Holy Cross did.
Well, okay, they hadn't taken it off the scoreboard, and I didn't see that, so we'll go ahead and say that. They hadn't, like I said, they still haven't taken it off the scoreboard. As we roll into the post-game, we'll have the Deering flooring, scoreboard ticker for you. with updated scores. And give you a little interesting, Coach. It'll appear on the ticker, but the Floyd Central at Terre Haute South canceled excessive lightning.
Oh, gee, didn't they have? They've had trouble with that game
They had
for
an
years.
issue. They had an issue last year with the thunderstorm.
Yeah, that was at Floyd Central, though, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a terrible storm. I remember all their gear got blown off the field. And
Yep. All right, so
Stoner with the big punt.
With the punt. And
there you go. Let it go.
Into the end zone. And we will 41 seconds left. Holy Cross will come back out with it and see what they can do.
Oh, Jarek's going back in at quarterback.
Holy Cross coming out. It's going to have to try to score quickly here.
Well,
so 1st and 10 from the 20 after the touchback. Hoover looks to throw, scrambles, and sacked.
Griffin Tucker. Jackson Render, 6'2", 215, sophomore, just was not able to get his feet set and ride Tucker, Griffin Tucker, around the quarterback. He's got a chore right now with the swim move inside.
So pass complete.
Yeah. And that's game.
And the clock is going to tick down, and that will be our final. So our final here from Holy Cross High School, Providence 28, and the Holy Cross Cougars 14. Please join us for the postgame show. We will have ticker, most outstanding players from both teams, and get you some stats. Make sure and stay tuned for that here on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on. Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Okay, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously? Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers PulsePoint. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
For the area's best pre-owned vehicle prices and selection, visit Jim Butner Auto Group. Since 1955, the Jim Butner family has been Southern Indiana's top choice for reliable, trustworthy, and exceptional service. Enjoy fast and easy financing, no matter your credit history. Visit JimButnerAuto.com or stop by our showroom at 125 West Lewis and Clark Parkway in Clarksville. Discover why Jim Butner Auto Group is striving to serve you better every day. Jim Butner Auto Group, your hometown family dealership since 1955.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto Group, offering Southern Indiana's best selection of pre-owned vehicles through a family tradition of excellence.
As we return here for the post-game show, Providence 28, Holy Cross 14, our final score. Dr. Todd Carter, and alongside me, Coach Jim Kazmarek. And Coach, we'll go over the scoring plays here in a moment, but just overview of this ball game for both teams.
Well, let's do Holy Cross first because they really played hard. They're well coached. They have a stout defense. Gave Providence everything they wanted and a little bit more. So Coach Dick should be very proud of the way his team played. He said they're still growing. They're going to get better. And I was impressed with a couple of the Holy Cross players. And I thought their offensive line really did a pretty good job neutralizing both Allgood and Griffin Tucker, who are two very, very good defensive linemen. So congratulations for a hard-earned effort on their part. Providence was a whole new team in the second half. I mean, they came out fired up and just really took it to Holy Cross. Holy Cross didn't have any answers for them. But that's the way I think Providence is going to have to play, with that kind of desire and that kind of determination every game they play, because everybody's going to be fired up when they play Providence. You know, they won so many games the last couple of years. People all are going to be ready for that for their team. So they have to play at that level, that second half level, the rest of this season.
Well, we want to talk about the scoring, but want to tell you tonight's scoreboard is presented by Deering Floor Center. Look for new floors in Southern Indiana. Contact Deering Floor Center at 812-487-1446. That's Deering Floor Center, 812-487-1446. Well, let's walk through the scoring here quickly. Providence got off to a quick start with 11:09 left in the first period. Interception by Lincoln Kruer and a pick six taken the other way. Revell with the extra point made it 7-0. Then we went the whole entirety of the first half with no other scoring until 16 seconds left when Holy Cross on a pass play from Hoover to Pennebaker scored, and Harris knocked through the extra point, making it 7-all. To the third quarter we went, and Preston Kempf on a 27-yard rushing touchdown with 8:45 remaining in the third, and Revell knocked through the extra point. Next thing I do want to show you, though, is on the ensuing possession here for Holy Cross was the really a fantastic defensive play, just blowing up Pennebaker and causing a fumble, a short field for the Providence Pioneers, which leads us to our next highlight, which is a run to the end zone and Kempf, to Stoner into the end zone on that pass play for the 21-7 score. Then with in the fourth quarter, with 9:11 left in the fourth quarter, Hoover to Rumberg with Harris's extra point, making it 21-14. Try to show you that one too here quickly. I think I can for that Holy Cross touchdown. And then last but not least, we'll get that last Preston Kempf touchdown. And here it is with 7:49 left. A rushing touchdown for Preston Kempf, and Revell knocking through the extra point did it for the scoring. This was the final score of the ball game as Kempf was off to the races. And that does it for our scoring and gives us that 28-14 ball game. Well, let's step aside. When we come back, we will get you the German American Bank statistics and walk you through some more of this postgame show. We've got most outstanding players upcoming as well. So stay tuned for that here on Glycod.
Looking for a career instead of a job? Want to make a difference in a child's life? Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program is now hiring. They offer competitive wages, plus health, dental, and life insurance, as well as paid college tuition and retirement plans. Apply online through Indeed.com or email your resume. You can make a difference in a child's life. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, serving children and families for over 60 years.
Vaccinations are a key to a healthy future. At the Floyd County Health Department, they can help your child from kindergarten through 12th grade get vaccinated, regardless of insurance status. Check with your doctor to see which vaccines your child may be due for, or call the Floyd County Health Department at 812-948-4726. Again, that's 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
Foul. What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're tuned in to Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
As we return, it's time for our German American Bank final numbers. A look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910 with 70-plus locations in Southern Indiana and Kentucky. German American Bank. Well, let's look at these final numbers. And Providence with the 28-14 win. 4 penalties for Providence, 3 for Holy Cross. So a clean game, Coach, with just 35 yards being whistled against Providence and 20 for Holy Cross. 5 first downs for the Pioneers in the win, but that's just because they had a pick six. They had that fumble in a short field.
Right.
They didn't need many first downs.
They did.
13 for Holy Cross. It did have times where they moved the ball very well, especially in the first half.
They did, and those 13 first downs were long drives, sustained drives.
Well, but 3 turnovers for Holy Cross and just 1 for the Pioneers. The Pioneers fumbling the ball away. The Holy Cross, of course, that initial Kruger interception pick six, and then an interception late that McVeigh threw, but in the middle, that fumble caused by Thomas, who kind of blew up Pennebaker there. So that's really kind of the difference in it, and those are our stats. So we're going to take another break. When we come back, we will keep that Deering Floor Center ticker up. Notice those new scores coming in. Silver Creek and Jeff now up a couple over Seymour. That one probably looks to go final fairly soon, but we've got that Flooring Center, Deering Flooring Center ticker running at the bottom. We will have most outstanding players when we return here in just a few moments. So stay tuned with us for that on Glycod.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A community supporter of our local high school athletics, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. It's a level of care you won't find anywhere else. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com for more information. Priority Radiology, you have a choice.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And it's time for our most outstanding players of the game. Tonight's most outstanding players brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Teresa Lamb. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Teresa at 812-485-8088. That's 485-8088. And let's go ahead and wipe that away and talk about our most outstanding players. First, our most outstanding player from the Holy Cross Cougars. For those, let's bring back Coach Kaz. Coach?
Well, we said in the keys of the game, one of the most important keys was going to be, could the Holy Cross offensive line contain Lucas Allgood and Cooper Griffin? Griffin Tuckers. I'm so sorry. And I think they did a very good job of that, although both players still had lots of tackles and were involved in a lot of plays. But I was impressed with the work of Cooper Render, from Holy Cross, the left offensive guard, senior guard, on the effort that he gave to block on Griffin Tucker. So, MVP for Holy Cross?
Cooper Render.
Now,
for the
do you notice the trend?
Providence,
Do you notice the trend?
I noticed, yes, an offensive lineman each week. Now, for the Providence Pioneers.
Biased.
The offensive lineman speaks.
Well, for Providence now, there were going to be several of them. I looked at Lincoln Kruer for his interception, Lucas Thomas for blowing up on that fumble recovery. But I thought Preston Kemp came into his own tonight again. Did a wonderful job at quarterback, especially in the second half. Really was the catalyst of Providence's comeback in the second half. So Providence's most valuable player, most important player was Preston Kemp, senior quarterback.
All right, so that is our most outstanding player of the game from Providence. Now, let's quickly, if I can, we're going to talk about our schedule and our next week's schedule. Our schedule brought to you by Strike and Spare. Coming up next Friday, huge week 3 brought to you by Strike and Spare in Clarksville. Visit strikeandspare.com for information on hosting birthday and corporate parties. Strikeandspare.com. We have 7 p.m. Floyd Central at Silver Creek. St. X at Mail at 7:30. Ballard versus PRP. Ludlow versus Sayre. Tates Creek versus North Oldham. And Atherton versus Woodford County. So again, live on Glycod, 7 p.m. games. Floyd Central at Silver Creek will be our Southern Indiana game of the week. St. X at Mail. Then Ballard versus PRP. Ludlow versus Sayre. Tates Creek versus North Oldham. Atherton versus Woodford County. Well, that's just about going to do it for us, folks. And as we kind of take things away, I'm going to go ahead and put that Strike and Spare, or excuse me, I'm going to put that schedule back up one more time here so that you can take a quick look at it, just in a little bit different format. But that's going to do it for us tonight here from Holy Cross. I guess, Coach, your final thoughts as we wrap it up.
Well, I'm excited about next week.
Okay.
We're going to go see the Silver Creekers play and Floyd Central. That should be a good game. I'm looking forward to that. I know Silver Creek's got a good quarterback and some really nice receivers and a
lot of skilled players all back.
Very potent offense. So they're playing up in a higher class team. So that'll be very interesting. Looking forward to next week. But I'm always looking forward to the next game we get to play.
That's right.
Because the next game, you know what the next game is?
What's that?
That's the big game.
Okay. The next game is a big game.
That's right.
All right. Well, folks, that's going to do it for us here from Holy Cross High School, where the Providence Pioneers emerged victorious over the Holy Cross Cougars 28-14. We want to thank Athletics Director Ken Fouché here at Holy Cross for his hospitality. Our camera operator this evening was Christian Sanchez, for executive producer Steve Bird, and Coach Jim Kazmarek. I'm Dr. Todd Carter signing off, saying good night, God bless, and we hope you have a great Labor Day weekend. See you next week on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction, experience, reputation, solutions. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Clark County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. Jim Butler Auto Group in Clarksville, a family tradition of excellence. And by Cassie Head Start, German American Bank, Northside Security, and Call's Body Shop.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.